Hello. This is always the awkward part. So I'm just gonna wait for anyone to come on and just say hi so I'm reading comments. My throat. Yay, it looks like we have some people. Emily, Priscilla, Leanne. Hi Priscilla, how are you? Hey, yay. How is everyone doing? Good? So first I have to say is I have this shadow right here and I can't get rid of it and it's driving me crazy and I just need to put that in the universe. So if you see it, just ignore it. I tried for 15 minutes. We're moving actually in 2 weeks, so my whole setup is messed up. But nothing I could do, so I have a shadow. So we'll just ignore it together. My Tuesday's going well. How is everyone? Did everyone have a crazy day with this product, all these promos and stuff? Comments are covering it up. Yes. Good. I mean, I heard you guys added some people already the first day, so many. It's insane. So anyways, thanks for coming. I was excited that Alyssa asked me to do this training, and I hope it can help everyone. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. So I'm Brittany, and I'm a senior executive director with Color Street and a Presidential Circle member. It's always so funny to say that about myself, but it's true. So I'm here because I'm going to tell you I had no experience in direct sales, okay? So this was my first go around. And so, but I have had leadership positions in my life. Can you guys all hear me? She's saying she can't hear me. I want to make sure. Before I keep going on, just let me know. Everyone can hear me fine? Okay. So anyways, this is my first go around with direct sales. Basically, I joined this and another company around the same time, 2 weeks apart, 2 or 3 weeks apart. So I am new with direct sales. I, didn't have anybody, I didn't have a team anywhere else. Obviously, I didn't have a downline anywhere else. So I started very organically flat, So it did take me some time. I want you to know that if you see someone enrolling and they're everyone's story is so different. So it was important for me not to look at that and look at other people that may have, had a team almost automatic, because the thing is about this business, it is relationship based and relationships take time. So they had probably been working on those relationships for years. So if you're like me, we're going to be new, right? We're new with people. So that's why I'm going to kind of tell you my story, what I do, what helps me as far as team building. As of right before I logged in, my team added a lot of people today. I think we're at 970. So I have about 970 people on my team. I've personally enrolled about close to 70 myself. So I've enrolled about 70 people. So now I've never been a super high enroller, but I do average about 5 or 6 a month. Some months have been great. Some months have not been great. And the first few months, I did not enroll anyone really. I always say, the first person I signed up was my cousin. So I don't think it counts because I begged her to, and she doesn't even sell anymore. So that's that. So the first important thing as far as recruiting, if you want to write this down, this is the number one thing. You will never be a successful team builder or anything if you do not master this very important thing. You need to be able to sell the product. It is just so simple. A lot of people overlook that when they join and get so focused on like team building. Like, no, you have to like take a little break and like not obsess on that. For one thing, people don't like pushy people, you know, about join my team as soon as you need to be able to share the product. You need to make sure that if you want to build a team, you need to be able to bonus qualify, right? Hey, Aaron. So that's the most important thing. You want to be able to teach your team how to sell. So you want to make sure you're doing all the things that selling that is involved under that umbrella of selling. You need to make sure you're booking parties. You need to make sure you're being active, like doing live sales, events, and all those things. So when you're doing all those things, that's how you meet people, and that's how you expand your network. So I would make sure if you're struggling with sales, you want to get that down before you start like, I'm not saying like don't recruit at all, but like you don't want it to be your focus, because I've seen it so many times. You know, people just join and work on that and it just never works out. It's like you have to have that foundation. So always remember that that's what we're here for. Like, me actually myself, I still, I try to do at least 1,000 or so in personal volume. My team sees that I do that. A lot of them are in my group, and it kind of replicates themselves. That's how you can be, we don't just want people. We want people that are going to sell on our team. So they do what you do. So that's just always the most important thing. I tell my team and anyone, like when someone comes to me like, I have, like, Brittany, I can't get anyone to join. And I'm like, okay, so let's see your sales. Maybe they have bonus qualified for like 3 months. I'm like, that's something you need to look at. People want to join you when they see you working, when they see you doing what you need, hitting those goals and stuff like that. Nobody, and I mean your leader, nobody sits back and just like gets a bonus in this business. You work like for your own personal volume, and then you're training your team and helping them replicate like what you're doing. Just so you know, like your bonus off of your team is based on their sales. So you want to make sure they can sell, and that all starts with you. So that's the number one thing. And it's also really important to make sure that you are trustworthy and consistent. So this is something that takes time. So like I said, like for myself, I did not, come from any other businesses or anything. So that's why it took me, I signed up in July and I didn't promote to senior stylist until November. So, that's some time in between there. What I did in that time was I consistently worked Color Street the way, that we're supposed to. I always give myself a few like non-negotiables that I'm going to do every day, no matter what, for my business. And, it could be on Monday, I'm going to make sure I follow up with, 5 people. You want to make sure you're posting in your VIP group every day. Your certain amount of parties every month. Non-negotiables that like no matter what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be consistent with my business. Because here's the thing, like when you take a break, then the people that like you don't know that are watching you, they see that. They see you're not excited about it. They see, it's just not working for you. And all those seeds that you may have planted, you're not watering them. I recently had surgery about 6 weeks ago, sorry. And, I didn't take a break from my business. In the past, the thing about direct sales is we have a flexible schedule. So I didn't have to leave to go to work, but, during recovery, I made sure I did those non-negotiables. It doesn't take a lot of time if you have a planner and you're planning out those things. So this is all going to go about when you are building a team and you're taking that time, you always think of who's watching you. And so almost like your page is like a movie or a show or a commercial, and everybody, all your Facebook friends, they're watching you. All the people in real life, or even in real life, they're watching, how you conduct yourself with this business. So as far as me, and what I've seen and have learned is, I'm trying to think of the right way to put this. To be trusted, they have to like believe in you. And I know that some people like to do like a lot of companies, and you know, that's not against their policy and procedures or anything. But like, people won't trust you if they see you asking them, you know, on your page to join like 5 teams. And I've seen this, and I knew, so I joined like a company around the same time. And as soon as I like kind of fell off from like, I was like, I'm gonna work Color Street, that's when people started to come to me. When they saw me, you know, nobody really wants to join like your side hustle, if that makes sense. And that's fine if this is just a side hustle. But I'm talking but this training's for the people that are wanting to be serious, wanting to build a team, and wanting to get to the top of the company in Color Street. And what that means is you want to make sure Color Street is your main boo, the main one, you know, that you're on your page about. Because like, if you're sitting there and you're, you know, talking about jewelry, skincare, that's not how you earn people's trust. They're like, oh, there she is, another MLM, you know, another thing. Why would someone want, because when you're, you know, posting about many different businesses, it doesn't look like you're successful in anything, honestly. And that's just the truth, you know, like, why would you need to join 4 or 5 companies if you were doing well? So that's a part. People want to join you because they want, you know, to do well in what you have. So when they're like, oh my gosh, you know, she only does Color Street, you know, she paid for her daughter's dance lessons, she, you know, paid their mortgage or whatever, that's how people trust you. And that's a big part of being consistent, is sticking with a company. And sometimes people want to see you with the company for a while. So like, I've had people, you know, recently that have been following me for about 11 months just reach out to me. Because again, if you have, you know, that reputation of not being consistent, not being trustworthy, that's always going to be a struggle. And that's something you're going to want to look at, you know, at yourself, you know, in the mirror, and be like, listen, am I going to stick it out with this one? Because I know that when times get rough and like something new and flashy comes around, it can be like tempting. But if you kind of just stick it through for a while, it gets a little bit easier, and people see that. So that's a big thing. I'm trying to think. So of course I'm gonna say, like, you should be posting about Color Street on your personal page. But how you do it makes a big difference. And I'm going to say a couple of do's and don'ts, because like, I've learned this too. You do not want to be spammy. I've never been able to get, I don't think I've had anyone join, you know, personally sponsor anyone that have responded to me posts, like, because I used to, you know, like 129, 10 strips, 72 samples, like people, that's just like a commercial, right? So when you post about Color Street on your page, and we do like talk about it Tuesday, and you want to talk about the opportunity, there's fun and exciting ways. Now, I'm not saying never do that. Like, today would have been a great day to be like, listen, happy birthday Color Street. We have this new, you know, 5 extra strips in your kit. Like, that would be fine. But if you're doing it like every single day, people are gonna like hit unfollow. They're gonna hit unfriend. It's just not something that, like, have you ever been attracted to that? Like, what made you sign up with the person that reached out to you? So I've got some of my best feedback, and people reached out to me when I make posts that are more like personal based. Like, I'm trying to think, like, one of the first ones is when I talked about, I had a picture of my daughter in her tap shoes, and I talked about how Color Street was able to pay for her dance lessons, or when my son was doing in preschool, talking about that. Over time, my pay has got more, so like, I've been able to talk about bigger things. But I'm saying, like, even to relate, even if you're brand new and maybe you're not making commission a lot yet or a bonus yet, there's still stuff you can talk about. A big thing is the time. Like, the time freedom I got from Color Street compared to my other company, that got a lot of people, a lot of people to join, because the thing is, I joined that company thinking I was going to be able to do, like, you know, part-time work for full-time pay, but I ended up doing like way full-time, and that's why I didn't want to stay with it. So Color Street, even before like I even really started making, I could say like, I have so much more time with my children. We get to do this. I'm not like pushing them up the stairs, you know, with McDonald's every single night. So like, even if you're still at this phase where maybe you're not like, you can't say, well, I'm investing all my money back, you know, that's fine. There is certain things you can still find to make it like super personal on your page that will attract people. And you're just going to be planting seeds everywhere, everywhere you go. So a big thing is you have to be able to meet people, right? So I know I'm such an introvert, but I got this from a book that I read. If you haven't read it yet, it's called Get Over Your Damn Self. It's great. And it's like, it's broken down, and she's like a 7-figure income earner in like Roden & Fields or something, but it's really broken down on ways, you know, to how to network. And the thing is, like, after 3 months or so, we kind of fizzle out. We've burnt out on all of our friends and our family. Everyone that we personally know, they've already joined or they're not interested. So we have to find a way to like get past that. A big part of it is you have to go places, either go places physically. So maybe that kid's birthday invitation, you may not have like wanted to go, you know, just spend an hour. It's kind of working your business. No, you're not going to bring your business card and a bunch of samples. You're not going to do that. But what you're going to do is like talk to people. Maybe they'll ask you what you do, maybe not, but you'll have those contacts. You'll have their phone number, and Facebook friend them. So now it's someone new in your network. And like I said, it takes time. People, like some of the top income earners for other companies, they took years to get there. And this is exactly what they did. So just because something's not happening right away, like I said, I've had people that I talked to in July that are just now joining. People take time. So you want to make sure you're going places. If you can, and if you can't like physically go places, because me, like I have 4 small children, get on the Facebook, the interwebs, and join some groups. Join some groups that have nothing to do with direct sales. And this has helped me. And I'm going to tell you, I've gotten recruits this way and customers this way. Join some mom groups, student groups, keto diet groups, workout. There's all types of groups. If you like to knit, join a knitting group and be active in those groups. So I had a weight loss surgery, so I'm in a lot of those groups, and I just comment on stuff, and people will like send me friend requests based on my comments. And sometimes I even have had like, so then they'll become my friend, and then we'll just like talk, and then, so what do you do? And I've had like 3 people join my team, and you know, all just from talking and meeting in groups that have nothing to do with direct sales or Color Street. This is what network marketing is called, and this is what we talk about, like attraction marketing and expanding your network. There's so many people out there that, you know, but we just have to meet them. No one's gonna sit there and like knock on our door and be like, hey, can I join Color Street? It just doesn't happen. I mean, well, it hasn't happened to me. That'd be pretty cool though, right? So that is a big thing. You have to meet people. That's the only way. And you can do it. So Erin, I had to, as far as personal privacy, so before I joined direct sales and stuff, I did have my profile totally locked down. I did. Now I make certain posts public, because here's the thing, like, this is my profession, and like for a relationship, what I would suggest if you wanted something like super private is maybe getting an alternate page, because I know now, like, my Facebook profile is my brand. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So there's settings where you can take the baby pics to where, like, maybe no one can see them or only certain people can see them. Like, I've tweaked my settings that way, because that's what I'm going to say. Like, I now accept friend requests. I have posts that are public. It used to be locked down, but I'm telling you, I've learned through, you know, this business and stuff that now I do get a lot of people that, you know, will look and like, okay, she does Color Street, look, she's having fun, she was on vacation, send me a friend request. But I do tweak my settings because there's certain things that I don't want everyone to see. So that's just something you'll have to look at. But it is important in social media marketing and attraction marketing that your Facebook, your social media profiles is your personal brand. And it's what, like, attracts people to you. So that's what I talk about a lot, about attraction marketing. One of the other top leaders on my team's really big on attraction marketing, and a lot of books I've read. And some of, you know, the leaders in other companies, that's what they talk about. So I basically had to do a whole overall on how I operated my Facebook. So that's what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, because this is what gets people attracted to you and who you are. Because you are someone. And when someone thinks about you, you know, maybe later just post on Facebook like, hey, when you think of me, what do you think of? And you want those things to be like happy, funny, successful, smart. And then Color Street's going to be in there a little bit, right? She does, you know, she sells nail polish strips. So I really had to tweak what I put on my Facebook a lot to kind of match that brand. No, I'm not fake. No, I still post, you know, have bad days, but I also want to attract people to, you know, join my team and be with me. So one big change I had to do was I used to be very politically outspoken, and other people have other things they can be outspoken about too, like vaccines, non-vaccines, you know, stuff like that. I now do not post about that on my personal page. And not because my opinions have changed, but I don't want the debates, the negativity on my page. And people that are like really close with me over last year have noticed, they're like, Brittany, did it? I'm like, listen, I don't want it on my page anymore. Because listen, when you do that, when you make those statements, and I'm still very strongly believe in what I believe, but it's just not on my Facebook. It separates and it splits off 50% of the people from you. And yes, I learned this in the beginning when I was trying to build a team. I had someone not join me because of a political statement. And I know that people can be like, who cares? But think of that like times a million. Like so many people just not, you know what I mean? And we can have, you know, those conversations with our friends off Facebook, but this, you know, this is just mine, and this is what's worked for me. So when I refrain from those super negative or super debating conversations, like I said, vaccines, or there's so many, when you're a mom especially, like car seat safety, anything that can cause like people to get really angry on either side, I just like don't have it on my page. So that was a big thing. And like, of course I post when I have a bad day or if I need thoughts and prayers, but it's like, you don't want to get sucked in, like have your page just totally be like that. What I have done and what my team practices a lot is attraction marketing, as far as like 4 posts every day. So my first post is going to be like about my life, something funny. I've been having a lot of people on Facebook help me plan our August vacation. And that's in an engaging post. So you want to have an engaging post at least once a day on your personal page. This is not your VIP. We're talking about your brand that's attracting people to you. So like, what's everyone having for dinner? Or, you know, anything like that. People love giving feedback, and just like reply to all of them. Take that time and, you know, make people feel like they impacted you. And, you know, shoot, I've got great suggestions. When I was asking about where I should go on vacation, like I found like so many places that I've never even heard of. So it's cool that way. And that's like, you're starting to build these relationships with these people, right? And then you want to do something about Color Street in some way. Nothing like spammy, like I've used that word, but like maybe like a little, like, look at this new cup I had, and like have your nails in the picture. Or like pushing your kid's stroller, we're at the park, have your nails in there. Oh, I got paid today. You don't even have to say Color Street, because if people know you're doing it. I got paid today, so we went out for pizza. Something like that. Every day. Like, these are 4 posts. Inspirational quote. That's something I always try to do every day. Look it up in the morning, something that's going to help me. And a lot of people like that too. Or something funny. So inspirational quote or something funny. Maybe there's like a funny video and you share that. So those are 4 things that are really important as far as attraction marketing. And I'll just go over them again. Something about your life, something engaging, something funny, or an inspirational quote, and something about Color Street. We're practicing doing that on my team, and I know it has worked a lot for me. I've had people that I may not have talked to for years message me. I do have a business Facebook page, and I do use my business Facebook page, but I also, how I use that again is I share more personal things about me, and not just like about Color Street or the kit, but I kind of try to intertwine it. Like, I got a few people join because I shared my Color Street journey, so people watched that and they were able to get to know me, and that's what I kind of use it for, like kind of like boosting posts that may attract people. And I think it's important to have that too, for sure. Hey Anita. So another big part of attraction marketing is meeting new people. Kind of, again, we talked about expanding your network and joining those groups. But like I try to every day in the morning, 3 people that aren't showing up, 2 or 3 people that I never see in my news feed, but I'm Facebook friends with them. I will go to their page and like comment on their last status. And you should try that too, because then now your stuff's gonna start showing up in their feed and vice versa. And you're starting that form of communication. My throat's so dry today. So like 3 people, comment on their statuses, and try to comment on anyone that you can. If you're already on Facebook, so that's gonna help your algorithm and help your stuff come up, and your Color Street stuff is gonna come up in their news feed. Comment on their stuff, private message people, you know, when those lists for your birthday. Hey, happy birthday, how's so-and-so? You know, don't like cold message people about Color Street. Do not. That's on my do not list. People do not like that at all. And I've actually, when you are an executive, if anyone in your downline like breaks some of the rules or something against their culture and they're reported, home office messages the top executive. So I've been messaged before from my downline cold messaging people. Home office does not like it, and some people get so mad they literally will report you. So don't do that. I don't know anyone that's worked for. And I mean, how would you feel? Like, would you ever join, you know, from someone like just messaging you out of nowhere? No, just talk to them for a while. Seriously, they'll want to be interested. You want people to want to ask you about what you're doing. You want your life to look so exciting and what you're doing so appealing that they ask you. You know, that is how, that's about attraction marketing. I've said this before. 2 of my biggest earners on my team, they're both executives in my downline. I never, when they joined, I didn't reach out to them. They messaged me about Color Street, and it was from following these formulas. Now they each have 300 plus teams, you know, they're executives, and it was all just from, hey, I saw your post, you know, about hitting team leader, because when you do something with Color Street, celebrate that. She's like, what does that mean? Can you tell me a little bit more about Color Street? I didn't message them. They just been watching me, you know, for a while and seeing me be consistent and, you know, focused and positive. And that's kind of how it works out. Now, do I talk to people about the opportunity in a direct way? I of course do, especially if they express interest. And then I follow up with those people. Always. I have a huge list in my notebook of people that I've added to my to our join group, and that have told me at one point or another since last July that have wanted to join. And if they haven't, I follow up with them at least once a month and ask if they're still interested. And I write that date down. They will stay on that list until they join or block me or tell me absolutely no, and I don't want to hear about it again. So those are the three. If they tell me maybe, I'm going to follow up again. And I have had, people that have said no for maybe 3 or 4 months, then join. And I've had people, today I told my team, and what I did, message every single person that has ever told you they wanted to join today. Make sure they know about the kit this week. So I have someone I've been talking to since December, and she signed up right before I did this, just from that, and I followed up with her every now and again. I try to follow up voice messaging. People really respond well to that. You say their name, they can tell you're excited. Or, man, if I can't tell you the power of a phone call or face-to-face, if you have someone local, I'm telling you, get in their face. Like, meet them for coffee, invite them over if you can. I had someone, of course, I don't want anyone to come to my house, man. We're in the middle of moving. I have 4 kids, 2 in diapers, but she wasn't sure about Color Street. And I was just like, okay, well, do you want to come over? In my mind, I'm like, God, please say no. And she's like, yeah. And this was last week, I think. Yeah, last Monday. She came over, had my laptop out. I showed her everything, and she signed up. And I don't think she would have if we just kept doing the messaging back and forth. Or it would have taken a while. When people are face-to-face with you or even on the phone with you, they have a lot harder time coming up with those excuses of our fence sitters. I'm telling you. And Katie tells me that now. She's like, get them on the phone. Get them on the phone if you can. What is a good time to call you? You want the person, your prospect, to feel important, that you're going to be able to put a lot of time into them. And saying like, hey, when can I call you? That just shows it. Even if they don't want to, they don't have to take it, but they're like, oh wow, she's going to make some time for me. And it really works, because that's the other thing. Like, people want to feel more than like just a warm body or warm number or whatever. I don't even know what that means, or a number. They just want to feel like we're going to, because who here, has been sponsored, and I've heard this a lot, in another company where their sponsor just didn't do anything for them at all. Maybe their whole upline wasn't present. I hear that, from people like, oh my gosh, this upline's so supportive. My last one, once I signed up, she was gone. So like, that stops people being scared from like trying it again. That is one thing. Another biggest point is like, when people say no, you have to be able to come up with something very quickly, okay? And the biggest no that I have, or like not right now, is money. So does anyone have like people say like, well, I would, but I just got to get the money together, the $129. I have to get the $129, whatever. There's a couple ways that if they really want it, someone can come up with $129. But a couple things that people on my team have done, and that I have done to help give suggestions, and you can tell who really wants it, is some people do pre-selling of the kit. So what that means is you're going to tell your friends and family, or you're going to have them tell your friends and family that they want to join Color Street, and they're going to get 10 sets. And if they will buy a mystery set for $15, and sometimes we'll throw in like something extra. If they get 10 people to do that, their kit's bought with tax and shipping. 10 sets. So, and we've had a lot of people buy their kits that way by reaching out to friends and family and doing a mystery bag, $15 each, and get rid of their sets that are coming. When their kit comes, they give those to their friends that are already giving them money, and there you go. Kit's bought. Another way that I, have suggested to people with money struggles, and like I know not everyone can do this, but I personally have, and that's how you know you're signing up someone that's willing to work, is I've let them host a party, and I gave them the commission from my party towards their kit, and I just kept the hostess rewards. So $600 would pay $150 for the whole thing. I've only had one person ever get that way, and she's still selling today, active. She worked her butt off. She really wanted to join. You guys don't want, this is going to be, if I leave you with so many things, do not feel desperate enough to try to buy someone their kit or discount someone's kit for them. Those people are not going to be invested. And we don't need people like that, right? We'd rather just wait around for quality people. I'm not saying like don't, because I'll give people, if they join, like a set or samples, or like maybe business cards or something, but do not buy someone their kit or discount it a lot, because if they won't even work to try to come up with $129, what makes you think they're going to be successful or even try? They got the kit for free. Don't do it. Learn from your predecessors' mistakes, and I'm sure a few of us can have stories that we won't share, but most people, when they've had a kit bought for them or super discounted, they don't last very long. They don't care. If, like I said, that one girl busted her butt for a $600 party, she wanted this, and she's still pushing every single month, and that was like, what did I say, maybe October. And other people that have done parties, and like other people that have did parties to have like my commission towards, they worked for it, That's just something to think about. I know like sometimes it feels like, and I felt that way, so that's why I'm saying it, like I just need more people, and you start to get like that itch, like commission breath, and it's like, it's just not a good look. And like I said, those people, man, they aren't willing, and you don't want that. You want someone that wants to work and is willing to invest. Maybe they have to go to I don't know, like sell a purse or save some money for a few weeks and put it aside. Like those are the people that are going to like invest in this business the way you want them to be, the way you want your team members to be. We don't want to see a bunch of zeros in our back office, right? All right, so that's what I've got for you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if there's any guys on here. There's a few guys on my team, but let me know if I'm open for any questions or anything, or if you want me to go over anything again. I feel like I talked a lot and fast. You know what else you guys could do? If this just happened today, if you can, like put Color Street on your car. My mom's on my team, and she has like this huge Color Street on the back of her car, right? And she was driving today, and some person called her, and he's like, and it's a guy, and he's like, hey, I was just behind you on Broad Street. This is like literally right before, like a couple, like 30 minutes before I came on. He's like, you were just on Broad Street, and me and my wife, we sell Mary Kay. We have a team of 200, and I'm really interested in the Color Street. And I was like, that is crazy. So she's like, okay, she like came to my house. She's like, Brittany, I need your help. I was like, get him on the phone. But just from having that on her car. So if you can, put it on your car. How do you deal with people you really don't like in your groups or your page? So Erin, are you just saying like someone is like a member of your group, and you don't like them? Like, is there like a specific reason? Like, are they negative, or condescending, or you just don't like them because of something personal, I guess. That's what. So I'm business minded. If they're negative or like doing something to like condescend like my product, then I'm blocking them and they're getting out. If I don't like something because of personal, listen, I'm telling you what I've learned from personal stuff. I don't even care if they're going to buy from me or refer people to me. I'm over it. Just show me the money is how I am. So I will sign up someone, that I probably hated years ago. I don't even remember why, if she wants to sign up, So this kind of how I judge it like that. That's just how I am. And I'm going to be, professional about it. But if it's like someone being negative that could negatively impact my business, then they're out of my group. That's how I deal with it. Just boot them. Yeah, just get them out of the group. That's what I would do. No need. What is the advantage of doing a nail bar versus people just ordering from your webpage? Well, a few things. Nail bars are super important. For one thing, you get all that free hostess credit if you're the hostess. So I set up a monthly nail bar, and I'm sure Alyssa's told you this, every month, and I just have people order through that. So at the end of the month, I cash in my hostess rewards, and those come to me. Now, another reason why you want to do different types of nails bars when you find someone else to be a hostess, that's how you meet people. Some of my best people on my team were first hostesses or have met me through one of my hostesses. So those are a few of the benefits of doing nail bars. Yeah, definitely just block out the negative people. I do that just in life now, and just with this business, people just don't understand it. So I'm just like, whatever, That's a big part too, of just like that positive mindset. Like, you are gonna do this, Anyone have any big goals for this month? Who's all going to conference? Yeah, we definitely can't like everybody. Yay. Senior stylist. Let me see, it says read more. Yeah, I don't like everybody on my friends list either. But if they have a customer, or I'm their nail lady, so we're fine, right? Senior stylist, that's so awesome. I tell you, I can't remember how excited I was when I hit senior stylist. Seriously, it's a big change, or it's getting your business up to that next level. You're just getting your kit this week. What do you suggest for ideas for hostess gift bags for hosting a nail bar? So if you are doing in-person or online nail bars, like I would just set them up with something. One thing that's really popular in my group now is I send them like a set with like a bunch of samples and stuff. And they then I just send that to them, and they pass the samples out to their friends. I make them a link. We don't have to do anything formal. It's called like nail bar on the go, and people just love that because listen, they don't have to bother their friends with these Facebook events. My last nail bar on the go, I sent her 10 samples and a set for herself and made her a link. And then I messaged her and I'm like, hey girl, when are your friends gonna start ordering? And she didn't respond, and I'm like, oh no, she didn't. Then the next day she's like, Brittany, I'm sorry, I hope you're not mad at me, but all my friends really love these samples, and I think I just want to sign up and be a stylist and have them order through me. please tell me you won't be mad. I'm like, no, not mad at all, girl. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really give Hostess gift bags like huge. I need to see how the party is gonna go. But so if it's gonna be a thank you for a good party, then the thank you gift can be something from like Posh has really good cuticle cream. You can get so much stuff. Manicure kits. I'm sure Alyssa has great ideas on that too, as far as like Hostess gifts and stuff. But like the biggest, they get so much from the party. But if it's like a non-qualifying party, then they have I'll give them a set, you know. I don't have like anything super like fancy. I know some people have like big bags, but like me, I just try my best to make sure they get as much nail polish. Yeah, as much. I just want to make sure they get as much strips as they can. So I'll set them up. I want to make sure, I'll try to give them like a set and like try to talk them into doing it live online, because like honestly, their friends rather buy from them than me anyways. So when they see like their friend doing it, exactly. Successful party, they're going to get like a Starbucks gift card. You know what I mean? So it just really depends. Everyone has such different ways they do like nail bars and stuff. But you really want to, you know, oh, one more thing on recruiting and nails bars. Friend request everybody in your nail bars. Anyone that comments, make sure you're engaging with them. Again, that's about building that network. Friend requests people that buy from you in nail bars so you can follow up with them. Just stuff like that. That's another way, like when I talk about the way to get out of that like cold market. Nail bar on the go is super, super easy, Heather. You basically reach out to your hostess, ask her how many samples you think they'll need. I say usually it's like 10 to 15. I bag them all up nicely, just like I would give to someone here with my card. And I give her a strip, and I make her a link on my website. And I give her a couple cards that I just wrote the link down on or whatever. Then her friends just order. She gives them to her friends, or she may have them. A lot of times they take them to work. It's really good for like teachers and nurses. And then they just have their friends order. You don't have to bother them. Like I said, some people really nowadays get turned off by the whole, they feel like they're bothering their friends. So this is a way to appeal to people. Like, listen, just it's from you, and tell them like, hey, just order here. And when they're talking to the people want to order from them. That's true. Like, they don't want to hear from us. They trust their friend, you know. I usually do like, so it's not really an online party. It's just an online link. They're doing all of it, and you give them the link. You don't make a whole event or anything, you know, like that. I would say like because you should ask the hostess how long they think. I've had hostesses want to keep parties open a little longer so they can get the most rewards, and I'm fine with that. I really ask them like, how long do you want it to go for these, you know, because it's so, you're not doing anything. You're not taking any of your time. So just let the hostess guide. Your most time is just going to be getting the samples in the bag and shipping it. You don't have to like plan a whole party online with graphics or going live. So just let them do it, and you want to make it feel like very low key that way. I think I normally do two twosies in a bag. People use them in accent nails on both, or they can give one to a friend or something. Or if they mess up, they can try again. It's normally what I do. All right, any more questions? And of course, you guys can friend request me if you're watching the replay. Send me, you know, a PM, and I'll be happy to answer any questions too. So you can friend request me too to just kind of see how I do on my page, because we talked a lot about like your Facebook page being your brand, and that's what attracts people to you. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are on an awesome team, and Alyssa's great. So, you know, I'm excited. I hope you all hit your goals this month. I'm so ready for Vegas. And you guys, we have so much more coming this month and this summer, and it's going to be so exciting. So keep up the great work. You guys have a good night. Bye.